surviving 400 days in hardcore Minecraft. I've accomplished a lot in this world, but it's not enough. I'm planning on being able to farm every single resource that I need. And eventually, I want to become as OP as possible. But if I want to do that, this sugarcane farm is gonna have to go. So to replace it, I'm gonna build a new one at spawn. But before I can build the farm, I'm gonna need a lot more resources. I'm going to fly to the pillager outpost, defeat a raid captain, and use the raid farm. And I've gotten everything I need from the raid farm, so I'm going to fly back home. And this shulker box can be for the farm resources, and this shulker box is completely filled, so I'm gonna have to get another one. This shulker box is also full, so I need a third. Also, I was asked to name a villager, so here you go. And I've decided to make this beacon iron instead. Because I did that, I can build the emerald beacon over here. Well, other than the beacon, of course. But after a bit more work, I have everything I need for the farm in here. So I can take the shulkers and fly to spawn. But in order to build it, I'm gonna need to terraform this area. To get rid of the trees that are in the way, I'm gonna burn the forest. Let's hope that it doesn't spread too far. And everything worked perfectly. So now I can begin working. Here's the collection system complete. Now I can place the minecarts. If I flick the lever, they'll all go off. And once they go around, they'll come back and stop right here. And now, other than the sugarcane, the farm is completely finished. Of course, the sugarcane is probably going to be the hardest part. So I'm going to fly back home and see how much I already have. Only 14. It's a start though. I didn't really expect to have much, to be honest. But for now I can plant this in here. Now I'm going to fly far away in the nether and build a nether portal. And now I'm going to go along the river in search of sugarcane. Now I've gotten 50, so I'm going to build a nether portal and fly back home. And now I can put all that sugarcane in here. And while I wait for that to grow, I'm going to use river clay to find diamonds. But it doesn't seem to work on my seed. I'm just going to look in caves. There's some more. I only got 10 diamonds, but most of the sugarcane is grown. So I'm going to set off the flying machine. And here's the sugarcane, so I can place it all in here. And now I can start on the diamond beacon. It's not much, but it's a start. Now I can take down the old sugarcane farm. But I've decided it's about time that I fix this staircase. I'm going to go to the nether and use the gold farm. And I've been here for a while, so I'm going to get some gold. Oh. What just happened? Honestly, this farm has more problems than it's worth. But from that, I got 36 gold blocks. Definitely not as much as I was hoping for. But I'm pretty sure there's more in the system. So when they de-aggro, I'll go back and get it. Till then, I can work on this staircase. But something I've really been wanting to make, the Wither skeleton farm. Going to take lots of resources, including a load of iron. I think I have quite a bit of that. But after emptying the farm, I got this much iron, and I'm very happy with that. So I'm going to fly to the Soul Sand Valley Fortress, make a ton of pressure plates, spawn-proof everything around it. Yeah, this could take a while. I might actually end up using all this iron. And I've already run out of iron. I haven't even covered a quarter of the fort, but I'm going back home. Maybe don't fly into lava next time. Probably a good idea. But while I wait to get more iron from the iron farm, I can plant some more sugarcane. I'd say I have a good amount done. Not that much, but it's gonna have to do. My tools are pretty banged up. So I'm going to go to the nether and use the gold farm. And I've been here for quite a bit of time. I'm going to get the gold, or some of it at least, and get out of here. And I got 24 gold blocks. I honestly wasn't really expecting much because I wasn't AFK for that long. But now I can get some rest and work on the staircase. So this farm being here is kind of useless. It does grow if the chunk is loaded by me, but not if I'm not there. And now I've decided that it's about time that I fix the problem with the gold farm. Why do I do that? I don't know why I do that so much. Also, all these villagers are in here, and it's really bothering me, so they're gonna have to go. And yeah, this guy is doing Silk Touch for 64 emeralds now, but I don't really care. I really need fireworks, so I'm going to AFK over here until all this sugarcane grows. And I've been AFK for a while. The sugarcane is mostly grown all the way, so I'm going to make the minecarts go off and turn on the flying machine. And all of the sugarcane is nicely filtering through, which means I can plant some more in here. Anyway, now I can continue working on the gold farm. And now I'm pretty sure that the entire thing is fixed. Might be a few bugs that I need to work out, but other than that, it should be fine. Best way to find out is to test the farm. Everything seems to be working perfectly, so I'm going to AFK here until I get to level 250. And I'm at level 250, so I'm going to loot the chests, get out of here. Now I can continue working on the staircase. I'd say it's looking quite a bit better. But I've decided it's about time that I continue working on the wither skeleton farm. I'm going to get some iron and fly to the fortress. And now I can continue working. And I've already run out of iron, but I've definitely covered quite a bit of the fortress. And I think it's about time that I continue advancement hunting. So I'm going to get some cod. I'm going to fly far away in the Nether, but when I build a portal, I'll be in brand new chunks. Now I can look for a village, and when I find it, it'll be a new one that I've never seen before. Look at that, we found a village. Now I'm going to tame their cats. There we go, there's one. There's another. There's a third. Oh, look at this, we found another one. And now I have a fourth. But this village doesn't have any more cats, so I'm going to have to keep exploring. There's a ruined portal over here. I always like to check these because they can have notch apples in them. But this one is kind of useless, so I'm just going to break the chest and keep exploring. Here's another village. What is this? This village is half in a cave. Now I have the calico cat, and now I have the British one. This village is also out of cats, so I'm going to keep searching. Once I get this cat, I only need one more. That one more might be a bit harder, because I need to find a witch hut for it. So I'm just going to have to search for a swamp. There's just a single random floating block up here. Look at that, there's a witch hut. And here's the last cat. And there we go. I've gotten the advancement. Now I can go through the Nether and get back home. Now I'm going to get a shulker box, get lots of sand. And now the shulker box is completely full. I'm going to make lots of TNT, put it in this shulker box. Yes, that means I'm out of gunpowder. I'm actually also out of rockets too. So first I'm going to AFK at the sugarcane farm. Been AFK for a while, so I'm going to set off the farm, watch all of the sugarcane flow in. To get the gunpowder I need, I can AFK at the creeper farm. I've been here for a while, now I can see how much gunpowder I got. Now I can put all that gunpowder in here and make more firework rockets. I think it's about time that I start working on the netherite beacon. So I'm going to go to the Nether, make a long tunnel. And I've hit lava, so I'm going to end the tunnel, and I'm going to start placing TNT. Now I can light it and look for ancient debris. Here's some. Now I'm going to make a second tunnel. Now I can end the tunnel and start placing TNT. Unfortunately, from all that TNT, I only got 8 ancient debris, but I'm going to mine a bit by hand to hope that I get some more. With all that netherite I got, I can make the first block for the beacon. And just like that, I have 1/164th of the beacon done. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get this done for a while. And even with the fixes I did, my gold farm still has lag problems. That's due to a bug where zombie piglins in here will keep picking up swords, and they won't be able to go through the hoppers or despawn. So basically swords will just build up right there with nowhere to go, causing more entities to be loaded. So to fix this, I'm going to have to redesign the entire storage system. You know, I only have a bit of redstone left to do, but to finish it, I need some slime. Slime is definitely a resource that I have trouble getting, but I only need a bit, so it shouldn't be too hard. Luckily it's night right now, so there should be some slime spawned already. That's plenty of slime, and I'm pretty sure I have everything I need now, so I can fly back to the gold farm. Now when I put this stuff in here, the entire thing should be done. This farm has been such a pain, and I really hope this works. I just want to be done with all the problems. Basically what happens is that the only items that can go into the chests are gold nuggets because of this storage system. Everything that doesn't stays where the minecarts are and eventually gets pushed into lava, except the gold ingots get sucked into hoppers, but in this chest. It's all very complicated and it took me a while to figure out, so I really hope this works. If everything went to plan, there should be some gold in here. I'm pretty sure there was 6 in here before, so everything should be working. Uh-oh, I've made a mistake. They're all getting stuck on here. It should be okay, but after I'm done using the farm, I'm gonna have to fix it. I'm just going to AFK here until I get to level 250. And I've just reached level 250, so I'm going to get the gold, which I actually got quite a bit of. That means I can continue the staircase. Did a little bit, but there's still lots to go. I think it's about time that I get some more sand. I use the blaze farm and smelt it all into glass. And while that smelts, I can go kill some squid. And I can make all that glass into black glass. And now with that glass, I can work on the ocean monument. And just like that, I'm out of glass. And I'm almost halfway, but there's still lots to be done. And I think it's about time that I continue this diamond beat. But this time I'm planning on making a machine to find diamonds. So it may take a few resources. In order to build it, I'm going to need to go to a warm ocean and get a coral fan. Also going to need to mine a load of sand. This should be enough. And I've already gotten as much ancient debris as I need for the build. So I can use the rest of my TNT to get netherite for the beacon. I can light it, and now I can get the ancient debris as I find it. And from all of that, I got 11 ancient debris, which I am very happy with. I don't have quite everything I need, but for the last thing I need to wait till night. While I wait, I can begin working on the machine. Look at that, we found diamonds while mining it out. And I'm gonna wait to continue, because I'm guessing it's probably night by now. Yes, I was right. And I need to get slime, and I'm guessing there aren't gonna be that many slime spawning in the swamp because it's almost a new moon. Actually, I was wrong, it's almost a full moon, so they should be spawning a lot. I've gotten more than enough slime, so I'm going back home. And now I have the whole area dug out, so I can get to work. I'm going to put a TNT here, a dead coral fan here, surfer here, sticky piston here, and a slime block here. Here comes the scary part. I need to put a detector rail here, and then a minecart on top, as well as a piston here. And I need to place a redstone torch right here, and it puts a detector rail right here on this slime, and a glitch makes it so that if you push it, then it doesn't ignite the TNT. Now I need to dig out this area right here, and if I did everything right, if I do this note block, then it'll shoot a TNT over here, and it'll explode this, but it won't break the machine, and there'll still be a TNT here. Here we go. Perfect. Working well, and I'm just gonna do this until I get a stack of diamonds. What? No! No! Stop! You have got to be kidding me. Luckily, it didn't break the machine too much. The TNT got ignited by the lava and blew up. However, I did lose the wall and the TNT. Not expect to use a totem to that. Luckily, it wasn't too hard to fix. No! It did it again! Why does this keep happening? Luckily, I think it'll be okay now. But just in case, I'm getting everything ready in case it happens again. There we go, it should be fixed. So I can continue using the machine, and hopefully have no more problems. I've gotten lots of diamonds, so I'm going to get out of here. That means I can make 11 diamond blocks, which I can put in the beacon. I've done quite a bit, but there's still lots to be done. I really want to finish this staircase this episode, so it's back to the gold farm. I'm going to AFK here until I get to level 300. And just like that, we're finally at level 300. So I'm going to come down here, get all the gold. Oh my goodness! That's a lot more than I was expecting. Let's see how much is in here. Lots in here too. So I'm going to make it all into ingots, and then into blocks. And just like that, I got over 2 stacks of gold blocks. That's a lot more than I was expecting, and I'm very happy with it. Now I'm going back home. Now I can take all that gold and put it in here. And just like that, I'm out of gold, but I'd say I've completed quite a bit. Definitely looks a lot better from up here, but I've made a decision. This fortress just isn't good for a wither skeleton farm. And if you think I'm gonna get all this iron, then you're wrong. I'm just gonna leave it here. Maybe I'll come back for it someday. Instead, I'm going to go out in search of a new Soul Sand Valley fortress. And look at that, we found one. And this fortress seems much better. And while I'm here, I might as well try to get some wither skulls. There we go, we got one. And we got a second one. That means I have 3 altogether. But I'm kind of being burnt to crisp, so I'm just gonna get out of here. And I'm very happy with that trip. If I get into this shulker, you can see I have 3 wither skulls. So after I get some rest, I can go back to the nether, I can get some soul sand, and I can go to the end. And now I can spawn in the wither down here, and it'll be trapped in the bedrock. But here we go. We got another nether star. But now I can get some glass and some obsidian, and I can make a beacon. And with that, I can finish the emerald beacon. And now with an emerald, I can get strength and regeneration. But to finish the beacon, I'm going to have to make a trip to the desert. So I'm going to fly down here, go through this portal, fly over here, and get a cactus. And yeah, that's all I was coming here for. But if I put the cactus in a furnace, I can get some green dye. With that, I can make green stained glass panes and put one on the beacon. And I've noticed that it's not really a good idea to use iron pressure plates for the wither skeleton farm. So I'm going to fly to a mega taiga and get chopping. And just from that one tree, I got almost 2 stacks of logs. That's craziness. And I did, you know, a bit of tree chopping. I know it's not going to be nearly enough for the farm, but at least it's a start. So I'm going to fly to the fortress, and now that I'm here, I can make lots of planks, and out of those planks, I can make lots of buttons. So now I can get placing. Honestly, I think I should have brought some fire rests. Don't you think it's kind of strange when you make buttons, you only get 1 button per plank? I've always thought crafting buttons was a ripoff. Oh no, don't do this. Oh. Are you kidding me? This will take ages to clean up. Honestly, these farms are very annoying to build because of the ghast. And just like that, I'm out of buttons. Don't forget my elytra. If I fly up here, you can see that I've done quite a bit of it. I've also done all of the inside, so I shouldn't have that much to go. And yes, you know what that means. It's back to tree chopping. Also guys, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before 2024. So if you're new to the channel, it would really help me out if you subscribed. And I've decided to chop down every mega tree in this entire forest. Honestly, it shouldn't take me that long because it's not a very big mega taiga, but I'm still going to get lots of wood. And I've chopped down every single mega tree, so I'm going back home. I didn't get quite as much wood as last time, but it should be enough to make quite a dent. So I'm going to fly to the fortress and get to work. And just like that, I'm out of buttons again. But I've almost covered the entire fortress. After I finish this part right here, I'm completely done spawn proofing. I cannot wait until I'm done. But I really want to get this over with, so I'm going to spend some time chopping wood. And this should be more than enough wood, so I'm going to craft buttons and head back to the nether. And with this button, everything is spawn proofed. But before I can build the farm, there is one thing I need to get. And that thing actually might be difficult to get until I finish the farm. So I'm going to need to fly to this fortress and kill lots of wither skeletons. There we go, we got a skull. And we got another one. And I only need 1 more, but there don't seem to be any more wither skeletons around. So until I get more wither skulls, I'm not going to be able to make the farm. But the farm I need to get the item is going to take a lot of resources. So first I'm going to mine a ton of netherrack. This is plenty. And the next thing I need is a lot of leaves. So I'm going to make some shears, enchant them with Unbreaking 3, and get to work. This is way more than enough. The next thing I need is some carpet, which I can put in here, and then some trapdoors. While I was here, I decided to set the sugarcane farm off. All the sugarcane is in here, so now I can replant it in here. But now I can fly back home, I can get some iron, but I'm gonna need some more than was in there, so I'm going to head to the iron farm. Now I can take all that iron and make hoppers. For the farm I'm also going to need soul sand, as well as a mushroom. And I can put all this extra iron in here. What do you know, wandering trader? Yeah, he's not really selling anything good, so usually I would kill him for the leads, but I'll let him go this time. After getting some food, all I need to build the farm, 1 more wither skull. I'm going to head to the nether, go kill wither skeleton. There's my 3rd skull. I'm going to grab it and fly back home. And yeah, I'm actually not going home. I'm going to the end. And now I need to find an end gateway that's over the void. This one right here is too close to the land. So is that one. So I have to use a different one. But none of these end gateways seem far enough from the land. So instead I'm going to fly through one and find a new one in the outer end. Apparently I'm going to stumble across some of these on my way. I don't really need the loot found in these, but I will kill the shulkers. But I haven't found a good end gateway, and I'm almost out of rockets, so I'm just gonna have to head back home. Hang on a minute. This end gateway actually looks perfect for it. It's not right next to any big islands, so it should be good. And what I have to do, I need to put a dirt here, and a mushroom on top, and now if I grow it... It didn't work. Hold on a second. Anyway, if I place a mushroom here and then bone meal it, then it'll break the portal frame. Then as you can see, it breaks the portal, but leaves the bedrock. Anyway, now I'm going to spawn-proof this with carpet. Now I'm going to put a wall here, break this block. I have a slight problem. I seem to have forgotten water. How could I forget something as important as water? That means I'm going to have to fly back home. I'm gonna take a risk and go over the void. Because, you know, what's Minecraft Hardcore about if it's not about taking risks? Luckily, I can already see the end island. I have plenty of fireworks to get there, as well as durability on my elytra. However, before I can continue the farm, I'm gonna need more rockets. And I don't have extra sugarcane to make some, so I'm going to have to AFK here. And I've been here for a little while, so I'm going to run the machine. All of the sugarcane is going into the chest right now. I must say, I wasn't AFK for that long, but I am getting quite a bit. And I got 4 1/4 stacks, which I'm very happy with. And now I can get some water and get back to work. Honestly, this farm is kind of scary to build because I'm above the void constantly. Here comes the part that's going to be the most annoying. I have to keep throwing ender pearls until I get an endermite. Then I need to trap it in a minecart so that it doesn't despawn. I also need to hope that my thorns doesn't kill it. Oh, we got one. Nice. Alright, let's get in a minecart just like that. Very nice. Now I need to take all of my armor off. I need to push it that way. There we go. It's all the way over. So I can put all of my armor back on and break this entire thing. Now I need to break this block and hope that nothing bad happens. There we go. He's trapped in an iron bar right there, and nothing can get to him. And he shouldn't despawn because he's in a minecart. Here's the spot that I'm going to AFK at. However, I noticed that there's no enderman going down the chute, which there should be. Meaning I think my endermite died. What I think happened is that they got onto here, then went down there and killed it. There always has to be a problem when building a farm, which means I have to go through the painful experience of spawning in another one. Oh, I got one. No, stop. You're gonna die. There we go. Alright, I got one in the minecart. Now I need to carefully push him over there. There we go, he's over there. Now I can put my armor back on and destroy this entire thing. Now if I break this block, all of the endermite will try to go down there. Well, all of them except the ones that are going towards me. I'm not losing this hardcore world to an enderman. He just ate right away at my health. But everything is okay now. And if you think that part was hard, well, you're gonna be very surprised. But before I do the next part, I think I might need some more eggs. So I think I better take a trip back home. And I think I'm going to try to get 3 stacks of eggs before I do the next part. So I'm going to go to every chicken I see and hope there's an egg there. Now I have all these chickens in a hole, so I'm just going to wait until I get my eggs. You know what I think is a great idea? It's going to place some blocks over my head. And if I AFK here for a few minutes, I'll get lots of eggs. I have over 2 stacks, and I've decided that that's enough for me. So it's officially time for the moment of truth. Going to spawn in the wither and hope that it doesn't get out. If it gets out, it's going to be a complete disaster. So I just have to hope it doesn't. I have to get ready to spam eggs right here. Probably should tower up though. There you go. Oh. Alright, it didn't escape. And there we go, we got the baby in there. And the wither's going to try to hit the baby chicken, but instead, because of the water, it'll go above and hit where the endermen are. But one important thing I forgot to do is add a collection system. Yeah, I may have gone a bit over the top with it, but I'm sure it's fine. So I can fly all the way up here. What's going on here? Are you kidding me? The endermite is gone. After all that, I guess endermites even despawn if they're in minecarts. Well, I guess that means I'm going to have to go get a name tag. I'm also going to block this off so I don't accidentally go through it. Because that would be bad. I'm going to name it How Am I Alive? Because, you know, the endermite lives a very hard life. But before I spawn an Endermite, I'm gonna need some more pearls. Means these guys are gonna have to go. This brings back bad memories. Whoa! What? No! Go! 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 And to get more Endermen to spawn, I can just go up here. And now I can watch them all spawn, and they'll be ready for the picking. Alright, that should be enough Endermen, so I can look at them all. I'm hoping this is enough pearls. It might not be, so I am gonna have to be a little lucky. But everything should be okay. Oh, we got one! Nice! Alright. Now he has to go in the minecart. I need to name him. Are you kidding me? Alright. Next time I need to name him before he goes into the minecart. There we go, we got an Endermite. Oh wait. You've got to be kidding me. And I use my name tag too. That means I'm going to have to take another trip back home. Honestly, at this rate, I'm not even going to be able to build the Wither skeleton farm. So I'm going to buy a name tag, name it in an anvil, and I'm going to have to take one of these precious diamond blocks. Actually, I'm going to have to take 2, so that I can make a pair of armor that doesn't have thorns. Honestly, the protection is nowhere near as good on this. How does it do that much damage when I have full diamond armor? That's what I don't understand. We got an Endermite, so I'm gonna get him in a minecart. Stop, you need to get in there. Why is he not getting into the minecart? There we go, he's in the minecart. I can finally be done with this very annoying experience. Don't! Unless he dies. So now I can go up and AFK, get lots of wither roses. I find it very fun watching all the Endermen go down after chasing the Endermite. I can get all these wither roses, which are going to be very useful for the wither skeleton farm. And now I can fly back home. And this is the shulker box where I'm going to put all of the resources for the farm. But to build it, I'm going to need a lot more netherrack. So I guess I better get mining. And this is plenty of netherrack. So now I can go over and get to work. And I'm planning on making 3 layers for this farm. But I'm only going to do 1 this episode, unless I have the time. And I seriously doubt I will. It turns out that I didn't bring enough wither roses, which means I'm going to have to go back and get some more. So I'm going to AFK here for a little while. I haven't been here very long. I probably wasn't here as long as I was last time, but I should have gotten enough to finish the build. I'm going to swoop down here. The farm seems to be doing nicely, so I'm ready to fly back home. I'm also running low on food, meaning I have none. So I'm going to fly down to the village, buy some more from this guy. If I get a bit of wood, then I have everything I need to finish the farm. There's that done. And now I need to get a piglin. No! The fire is burning all the wither roses. Stop! I didn't even know fire could do that. You have got to be kidding me. Turns out that all mobs are going to try to ruin this. So I need to build a path to the Nether Wastes biome. Oh no. Now I have more of a mess to clean up. But before I can get the piglin in anyway, I need to get a name tag. So I can buy a name tag, name it in an anvil, go back to get a piglin. Where did you come from? How are there zombies? I was not expecting this. He's far away, but I have found a piglin. Of course, these guys are making it very difficult to transport him. Alright, no need to panic. I've used a totem, but I have another one. Let me just get these out of a shulker box. Zombie pigmen do a lot of damage in hardcore, even when you have netherite armor. This guy looks like the perfect candidate. Just need him to follow me all the way there. Here we go. Now he's gonna go into that. He just ran across. What's that about? He's not supposed to be able to do that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is... Why did he just run right across? Here comes the second piglin. And hopefully the last. Oh. Well, that works. There was gold on the ground, so we went for it. Perfect. Now I can name him. Put some glass above his head. Once I remove all of this, farm is basically finished. And now it's time to test it. I'm going to come down my ladder and wait for the wither skeletons. Okay, there does seem to be something wrong. Wither skeletons don't seem to be falling for some reason. What I think I'm going to try is spawn proofing everything around here so that nothing counts toward the mob cap. Because right now there's 82 entities, and that's a lot. And this is probably going to take the longest out of everything I've done this episode, so yeah, we might be here a while. And it turns out the range for spawn proofing is a lot larger than I thought. It's a radius of 128 blocks from where the player is, meaning I need to spawn proof way over here when the farm is way over here. That's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So I guess I better get to work. Actually, it turns out I don't need to spawn proof as much as I thought. But as you can see, wither skeletons are spawning over here, so I am going to try to spawn proof everything in the area of the fortress. But I'm out of wood, and I've decided instead of going back to the overworld to mine wood, just going to go to a crimson forest. I've gotten plenty of wood. Just a bit of a progress update. I've completely finished the outline, and have completed a lot of this area over here. There's still lots to go, but I've had enough of that, so I'm going to go back home. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been so happy to see this place before. I can finally get some rest. But I'm running low on food, so I'm going to buy some from this guy. Now I can go back to the Nether, get some wood, and keep placing slabs. And I've decided that this is going to take me a few years if I do it this way. So once I put a button in this place that I missed, I'm going to only spawn-proof areas that are spawnable for fortress mobs. Spawn-proofing the entire area would make the rates better, but in all this time that I've done it, I've only spawn-proofed that place and up there. So, you know, it would take a while. Longer than I have time for, so I'm just going to find all the areas that are spawnable for fortress mobs, spawn-proof them. That means here for starters, and over here. And look at that, he just dropped a skull. And it turns out I'm all out of wood. I'm going to have to fly back. This should be enough for now. So I can craft slabs, fill this ghast, get back to work. And I'm hoping this is enough spawn proofing. I only did the areas that are spawnable for fortress mobs, so there might be a few mobs around still. But there's no other way to know by testing the farm. I really hope this works. Now I can take them out with my sword. Everything will go into the chest. There are a few things that I can do to boost the spawn performance, such as adding more layers and building a spawn skirt. So I'm going to get some netherrack, as well as some wither roses, start the next layer. Uh-oh, we have a situation. There's so many mobs down here. I flew away to get netherrack, and I came back to this. He dropped a skull. Very nice indeed. Why are there so many blazes this time? This is going to be very annoying to do. And I'm out of wither roses, so I'm going to AFK at this farm until I get enough wither roses. So now I can go back to the fortress. Unfortunately, the first piglin I got in here died, so I have to get another name tag. But as you can see, the mobs aren't really going in very well, so I think I better fix that first. So I'm going to remove this netherrack right here, so that they can see the piglin. And slowly but surely, the farm is working, so this is pretty good for now. I place trapdoors here, and then close them, and then wither skeletons will have no reason not to jump down. But I need another name tag, so I'm going back home. Now I can buy a name tag, and name it in an anvil. And now I'm ready to get another piglin. This time, I'll try not to let him die. This guy looks like he'll work. There we go, he's right in the hole where I want him. I just need to name tag him, move this trapdoor, and put some glass here. Now the second layer should be done. That was a real pain, but now I can see if it works. I have a feeling I did something wrong. I did make a slight mistake, nothing serious. I need to put these walls here so that when the wither skeletons fall, they don't fall on here and kill the piglin. All of the wither skeletons will fall down here. Because there's vines, they won't take fall damage, and I can take them out with my sword. I think what I might do is move this entire thing down a bit, and it already seems to be working. Everything should be done now. If I mine this netherrack, they'll die. Yeah, I actually kind of expected that. If I take a bucket of lava and make a sign, and I put the sign right here, the lava here, then it should be enough to stop them from taking fall damage. There's no way to know but by testing the farm. And here they go, so everything should be good. I'm actually going to remove these slabs and replace them with walls. This way they don't get stuck on the edges, and I can hit them more easily. We've already gotten a skull. But I'm not sure that the first layer is spawning any mobs, so I might have to move this down again. But other than that, it's working very well. Also, it would seem that the first layer is spawning wither skeletons, so I guess that the farm is just kind of slow right now. And to make the spawn rates better, I'm going to need some iron. The iron farm is doing nicely. This should be all the iron I need, so I'm going to head back to the fortress. And now I finished the entire spawn skirt for the top layer. I'm not going to do the bottom layer right now, because honestly, I don't have that many days left, and I want to use them for other stuff. That includes testing the farm. However, I'm out of food, and I don't have many hearts left, and I don't have many rockets left, so I'm just gonna head back home. Here we are. I only have 1 emerald, so I can only get a few pieces of bread, but either way, it's food. After all that work, I think I deserve to be able to AFK here for a while. If I just leave the machine running, I wonder if it'll work faster. Going to AFK here for a bit and find out. I've been AFK for a while. I'm going to see how much we got. Okay guys, I think I know which one works better. It would seem that this way of doing it works quite a bit better. I have twice as much as I would usually get. So I guess my rockets box is now very well stocked. However, I'm also out of gunpowder. I'm going to have to go get that too. Because I have no rockets, I'm stuck with old-fashioned boating. I do have a slight problem, however. I can't get to the AFK spot because I have no rockets. There's no more gunpowder in here. Because raid farms spawn witches, there may be some gunpowder in this. I really hope so. Alright, we actually got quite a bit of gunpowder, and I can also refill on totems. Now I have plenty of rockets, so I can go back home. Now I've decided that it's about time that I use the raid farm route. I have no emeralds, so I'm going to fly to the pillager outpost, take out a raid captain, and use the farm. And this is plenty of emeralds. I'm going to get rid of my bad omen effect, fly back home. With those emeralds, I can get some more food. Because I have the wither skulls, I can get another nether star. That was very easy. I can put the nether star in here. Also, my bees died to the campfires. So I'm just going to grab the bee nests, put them in here. And I'm going to go back to the wither skeleton farm. I never did make sure that it was working properly. Now I can take out the wither skeleton. Spawning is going to be kind of slow because I haven't spawn-proofed everything around the fortress. But once I do that, it'll be very fast. Like I said, I wasn't AFK very long. We have 5 wither skulls in here, which I will take. But for the last day, I'm going to go back home. But actually, I'm going to have to take a trip to the end. But because I'm going there anyway, I might as well get some soul sand for another nether star. First thing I'm going to do, find a bit of obsidian. That's as much as I need. So I'm going to come down here, spawn in the wither. Just like that, I have another nether star. Now I can make 2 beacons. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine up these blocks and build an iron beacon. The last few blocks in it will be diamond. And I'm going to do the same thing with the netherite beacon. Yeah, I think I have a lot more progress done on one than the other. But anyway, now I can put the stained glass panes on them. I'd say it's looking pretty good. And as the sun sets on this world, that was 400 days in hardcore Minecraft.